Absolutely. They're really good up front. Really good up front. Schematically different than Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech kind of is its own animal, but similar to Auburn. They have the type of depth that Auburn had up front. I mean, they got 2 and 3 deep of guys that can play and look the part. Very athletic. They're very disciplined at linebacker. They play where they're supposed to be, and then they're a secondary that's very, very experienced. That number 3 they got is a ball hawk. Gets his hands on balls, plays the ball well in the air. He's a very smart, instinctive player. I mean, they got a good group, really good group. And this, again, this is year 4. What it was, 19 starters back out of 22. A bunch of seniors and juniors and redshirt sophomores, and just a well-coached football team. They've done a heck of a job, man. Dave is coming off of a bowl season. And I think they won their bowl game. Didn't they win their bowl game? Coming off a bowl win, I mean, this is a different mindset, and you can see it when you really study these guys. You've done a great job.
Wake averages about 15 per punt return. You talked about the water bug. How can Clemson neutralize this?
Well, we gotta get out on the field. Well, it starts with punt. We can't line drive a punt. That's first and foremost. And Will has been awesome. He's had awesome practice last night. But we got to have a consistent punt to allow our guys opportunity to get down the field. And then we got to run. We got to use our speed. We got guys that just like you saw the other night in the game. I mean, I think it was Cornell and Ryan Carter on that first long punt that we had. I think it was over 50-yard punt, and them guys were smoking. They ended up getting a block in the back on Ryan, but because of their where they were and how they stacked the defender, we created great field position. So, we've done a good job of that, but it starts with a consistent punt.
Coach, can we get an update on Justin Foster's ankle, and is Marcus Edmond about 100%?
Marcus is a lot better. No, he's not 100%. So my hope is, if not next week, definitely the open date for sure. Getting him back and hopefully having a great second half of the season with Marcus. Again, a midfoot sprain is just when you play that position, especially, that's what you do is plant and cut, with your football, with your feet. Justin, we'll reevaluate him today. But the tests were good, the X-rays were good, so just a matter of how he progresses.
When you say maturity, if your team listens to all of the outside voices, they're already in the playoff against Alabama. Is that recognizing that the biggest opponent is this week and not overlooking anything?
Yeah, absolutely. You go get beat this week, they won't be talking about that anymore. I promise you that. It's just a mindset. You've can't worry about who you're playing, the ranking of the team, what time you play. Just like when you go on the road and you're playing a ranked team and it's a maroon out and they got an unbelievable entrance. Who cares? When the ball's kicked off, it's blocking and tackling and throwing and catching. It's intensity, it's toughness, it's execution, it's the will to win. And you got to bring that every single week. And our team has shown great maturity through 5 games. But 5 games don't make a season. This is just bringing that mindset of biggest game of the year. And again, like I said to our team, if we were playing whoever in Atlanta for the national championship this week, how would you prepare? How much film would you watch? How much sleep would you get? And if that's not your mindset, then you're not putting your best foot forward. Same with us as coaches. So, I'm looking for a biggest game of the year intensity and mindset every single week, because we're at that point now where you start to get into that grind a little bit, and there's a quote that says success. I can't really know who said it. Success is not final, and failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. They know what it takes. Do you have the courage to continue to do what it takes? That's what maturity is. You know, and even last year's team, hey, we had success. That's great. Hey, and then we had a little failure as well. That wasn't fatal unless you let it be, right? It's the courage to continue, and this team is on a good path. But you got the courage and the maturity to continue to do what it takes, to stay focused, to stay disciplined, to continue to prepare and practice the right way, to bring the right mindset week in and week out. That's what I'm talking about.
Mark is listed at starter at cornerback. Is that more of a product of you guys still easing Trayvon back in, or did he show enough against Virginia Tech during that starting spot?
You know, those guys, I don't pay attention to who starts out there, to be honest with you. I really don't. Whoever Mike wants to run out there on game day is fine with me. Because, you know, and I don't know what they list out, and that's just kind of how we were in the game last week. I wouldn't pay any attention to depth charts when they come out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I really wouldn't. And sometimes it's game decisions all the way to warm-ups. I never knew who Dan Brooks was going to start. He would sometimes he'd go all the way to pregame warm-ups, and then he'd say, "You start," and the guys would just say, "Okay," and you know, as I love that about him. Everything mattered. Everything mattered. He didn't want it because it was close with guys, and he didn't want to name a starter because you had pregame meals, you had meetings, you had hotel behavior, you got everything. Everything mattered. And so it's the same way at that position. We got cats that can play. So, you know, Trayvon has done an awesome job for us, but there's no entitlement. Nobody's just entitled to go start. You know, you got to practice well. So, I wouldn't look at no depth chart on Monday. We got to practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'll make some decisions at some positions. There's just, you know, I can tell you Mitch Hyatt's going to start left tackle for us. I'll tell you that today. That's something happens, but we got a few positions that every week, man, it's just very competitive. The corner's one of them.
How have you seen Wake's program improve under Clawson from when he got there to where it is now?
What's that? Oh, I thought you said obviously it's improved.
No, I said how have you seen it improve?
Oh man, well, I just think he's recruiting number one. I think he's really done a good job of articulating his vision for the program, who they are, how they're going to do things, and they've just stuck to that. They know who they're trying to evaluate and recruit. They're looking for a certain fit to their program, and they've done a great job in evaluating guys, and done a great job in selling their program. I think that's where it starts as a head coach. He's got a good staff around him, very well coached football team. But you know, I'm not there every day, but I can watch their players, and I can tell that they have bought into the philosophy of the program, and you know, it's easy to see that. You know, they weren't very good the first year or two, and then made a nice jump last year. Again, it just takes a little while to kind of, if you're doing it the right way, which I think he's doing it exactly the right way. I think he loves the players, and I think that's another reason why those guys play so hard. You know, it's all of that, and being just consistent. I think they've redshirted, you know, a fair share of guys that have stayed in the program and have matured, and just have continued to create a culture of belief. You know, that they can compete and win. He's done a great job of that. And that's what you see when you watch them play. They think they can win. So that's where it starts. Because if you don't think you can win, and you're not. So he's created a great culture from that standpoint.
Coach,